Right. Welcome back to KingWoes Court, episode 27. No, 28, inbound. Welcome back to KingWoes Court. It's so funny, I always fucking forget what number I'm doing. And that's why I don't get anywhere in this business, But anyway, I want to invite a really good dude onto the show tonight, and that's Shannon Bowman from Aborted Earth. How are you, my man?
How's things?
Keeping well?
Grand. How's yourself?
I'm doing okay. All things considered,
Good. Yeah.
So, I mean, like I was just saying to you off air, I've heard many, many good things about you, but was not overly familiar with you until I start really getting really I'm good friends now, as you know, with Dara, and Dara can't say enough good things about you. So
yeah, I can't say enough good things about him.
Seem like that you seem to have a really good working relationship. It's like a very productive,
Yeah, maybe too productive.
Well, considering I was just looking at the amount of output you have for Aborted Earth earlier on. I'm like, hey, that's great though that you can do it.
Yeah. No, that consumes like 2 years of my life. To put that stuff out was just like every day.
Wow.
Computer there, guitar in hand.
So tell me, did that start off as a one-man project or?
No, that was, I think Jamie started it, if I remember correctly. And it was him and Gordo, because their old band, or Jamie's old band, was kind of collapsing in on itself. What was it called? Catastrophe. That was kind of falling apart.
Very apt, wasn't it?
Yeah. So he was like, I need to start something else. How about a grindcore thing? So he got Gordo on, and then they got Dara, and then and Dara was like, whoever they had for guitar was the other guitar player, kind of dropped out last second after writing a bunch of songs, which we still haven't used. We don't know where those files went. They were really good songs, and we've lost all of them.
No way.
But Jim or Dara was like, well, we've got this person here. He can program drums and he can play guitar. And I joined. I wrote like one song the first day after they asked me to join, and they went, "Okay, you're just writing the songs from now on." And I was like, "Okay." A week later, we had the first EP done.
and funny enough, that's something that Dara always says to me. He says he just can't stop fucking writing, He says it in a good way.
It's a curse. No, it's a curse. You should see how many terabytes of stuff I have that's not, it's structure, melody all written, but there's no vocals and there's no bass, because I hate writing lyrics and I hate recording bass.
Let's record an album together.
Yeah, I'll just give you all the stuff that I haven't finished.
Well, I'd have to be honest with you. 2021 is the year of collaborations, really, when you think about it, which we'll get into later. But I mean, it's opened my eyes to wanting to work with everybody and anybody in my old age, So, along you, so your guitar is your main instrument, is it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah. What else are you proficient at now as well, though?
I've kind of been a piano player since I was I don't know, basically my whole life I've played piano, but I laid off that when my brother got an electric guitar, and I totally, in a year, I forgot how to play piano altogether.
No way.
So I had to relearn. And now my little brother, after a year playing it, is already like fucking aficionado.
Wow.
Aficionado. However you say it. Yeah. That's the word. I get tongue-tied too easy. But yeah, and I'm just sitting there like, I spent my whole life trying to get that good, and you've already passed me up in a year, you little bastard. But yeah.
And is there music in your family, Shannon?
Yeah. My dad was in punk rock and second wave ska back in the late 80s, early 90s in America. And then he got into country music, and he went to Nashville and he recorded an album there in one of the major studios and stuff.
Nice one.
And then yeah. So he's always been into music, and I picked that up off him.
And well, like, were you born in the States, or what's the story?
I was, yeah. As
Yeah,
much as I hate that fact, I am
yeah.
a birth citizen of that place,
And
that hellhole.
how long are you living over here now?
10 years-ish,
Oh, right, okay. So you're
around there.
relatively newish over here, really, when you think about it. 10 years is new.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, but
Almost half my life.
and did you write any music out when you were over there?
Only classical music or
Only
like
classical music. Look at you.
basic was just
Look at you. Only
it
classical
was like
music.
literally. I wish I would have picked up Medic way younger,
Yeah.
but
Oh well.
I had
Yes.
I had a very conservative Christian mother, so it was like no metal at all. I was
Mm,
barely allowed to listen to my dad's punk CDs. I'd get
wow.
yelled at if I got caught listening to them.
Jesus. And I mean, she was like, did she go to his shows and all? Did she?
Yeah, no, when she was younger, she was like going to Nine Inch Nails and Primus and Metallica and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like then, as soon as she had her first kid, well, as soon as she had me, it was like all that's just stopped, and she started going to church every Sunday,
Oh, no
and
way.
got really deep into the conservative side, like
Oh.
the crazy ankle length skirt kind of conservative.
Mm.
They didn't own a TV for years and stuff. Wasn't until we moved here that they really started relaxing on that, and they kind of went, "Wait a second, why were we not doing that? I love that song."
And
And now they're back to she's back to listening to Nine Inch Nails again.
good. That's the way to
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
What? So, are there is there any Irish connection in your family there? There must be if you're living here, or just
Mm,
picked a
no,
place on the map
no.
and when
Just
we moved to Ireland.
yeah, my dad loves for some reason he had an Irish flag when my mom met him,
Hmm.
like up in his apartment, and she was like, "Oh, are you Irish?" And he was like, "No, I just like the place."
Fair enough. Good enough reason to up
Yeah,
sticks and move over. What?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, like you've a different. I mean, considering what I've heard from Aborted Earth, it's very different to your dad's lineage, really, isn't it?
Mm, yeah. It's
Uh,
kind of like different from what he played, but it's actually all influenced by the stuff that he
he
listened
listened.
to because he was big into 80s music. He was big into ska, punk, even stuff like Mr. Bungle. Uh, he
Just
would
gonna
sneak
say
and
that.
let me listen to that kind of stuff.
I can hear Mr. Bungle in your structures everywhere I fucking hear you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's
No, Mike
brilliant.
Patton is like my favorite singer-songwriter ever.
Yeah, he's
Like,
amazing. He's so versatile with his
mm,
voice, I
yeah,
love Mondo Cane. You know Mondo Cane that he
mm,
did with the Italian kind of big band thing. I love that.
yeah.
That's class.
Everything he does is like it's like Les Claypool. It's all different and it's all weird, but it's all great.
Yeah, yeah. And there's another absolute genius is Les Claypool. I
Mm,
love that man.
yeah,
When you think
yeah.
that the Metallica thought he was too good for them,
Yeah,
they're right.
yeah, yeah. And he showed up. You want to play some Isley Brothers?
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing to say.
But here, the gas thing is they probably play it now. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, so what bands were you listening to before you start playing, and then what got you into it, and tell me a bit about your
Before I started playing metal, or
in general, like what got you
yeah.
playing, and then what got you playing into metal and whatever else then.
All right. Like, well, because they were Christian, I was allowed to listen to POD, and I was allowed to listen to bands like what are they called? Striper,
Striper.
the hair metal band. Yeah, which they're actually class. I still like them.
Yeah.
As cheesy as their lyrics are, their their instrumentals are like absolutely unbelievable.
have
But
you ever
that
have
kind
you
of
ever have you ever heard of a band called Place of Skulls?
no.
That's a band you should check out. There's a doom band, but like the singer Victor Griffin is very very Christian, and a lot of his lyrics are Christian based. But it's the
Hmm,
music is awesome. It's absolutely amazing. Like
yeah.
You should check them out.
Cool.
Anyway,
I've just opened up a tab with them there, so I'll remember later.
there you go. So yeah. So anyway, back to you were telling me about you.
Yeah. So it was kind of that stuff, and then my dad was a big the punk band The Descendants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I absolutely loved them. And from there I kind of got into more hardcore punk. From there I kind of got like Under Oath type hardcore, and from there to metalcore. From there I kind of like made the jump to thrash metal with Metallica and stuff like that. Um, and then from there it just went downhill until I was listening to like absolute just things like Vic Civy, which is like a one-man black metal project. It was like it's just basically chaotic noise.
So would you be into like the Dillinger Escape Plan and all that?
To an extent, yeah. I like
When
a
Mike
couple of
Patton
their
did
albums.
DP with them.
Yeah.
It's the only one I like of them myself.
Like, yeah. No, the thing is their singer always seems like he's trying to sound like Mike Patton anyway. So
Yeah.
like
Well, that's the residue of Mike Patton is going to rub off on you
yeah.
if you've worked with him or
If he
your
ever
band
works
has
with
worked.
you.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if you were working with Lane Staley or something, you know. I mean,
Yeah. You're always gonna try and live up to that.
yeah. So you've been so how long are you in Aborted Earth then?
Whenever it formed.
Right.
Whenever
So
that first EP came out, I joined like a month before we released the EP.
cool. And you recorded it all your. Did you produce it and all? Have you produced everything for the band?
Yeah.
Wow. That's good. That's good going, man. That's because I mean, like,
It's a lot of
there's a pretty decent recording quality there, man. It's pretty good. Like,
thanks. Yeah. A lot of that is down to the drum machines we're using. We'll see how it goes when we swap to having Dan actually record the drums.
yeah. Now, actually, Dan is newish in the band, isn't he?
Very new, yeah. We've done what, 2 gigs with him before lockdown, and
Right.
like, so he's technically been in the band with us for a year, but he was only active in the band for maybe a month, 2 months before lockdown hit.
That's it. You know what? That lockdown thing fucked everyone up, didn't it? It really did.
Oh yeah, it was literally right as we were starting to get the gigs. We had, I think, 4 gigs total, and it absolutely fucked us over. Like,
It's a pain in the hole. Hold on.
yeah.
Yeah. So, like, Dan is a fucking fantastic drummer. I know we cross for it. Fucking hell, man!
Oh,
what a
he's
drummer.
unbelievable. Yeah.
The level of
he's able to just pick stuff up and play it.
The level of drummers in the country at the moment is unreal. You know, but they're all busy. Like they've all got
every drummer I've met is like,
yeah.
Everybody's in 3 bands. That's a problem.
Yeah.
We have amazing drummers, but they're all in 3 bands
because they're so.
We don't have enough of them.
Exactly, they're so scarce. You know, I mean, I tried to get. I asked Dan to play drums for me in my Slayer tribute band, and he politely declined. And I was trying to get Tom Moylan for ages to play, and he politely declined. And those are the 2 kind of guys that I wanted. Do you know what I mean? Because they had that style.
And they're both busy as fuck.
yeah, typical, like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. So what was that latest release of Aborted Earth brought out? What was it called?
I don't know.
Oh God, I really should. I should have prepared for this. It's weird I was out there with smoking dope or something, like, you know.
No, I should actually read through our releases at some stage. It's actually a running joke in the band that I never remember the songs.
No way.
Like Jamie will go, "All right, are we adding this song to the set list?" And I go, "What? Do we have a song named that?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then we'll get to practice and be like, "All right, so next one we're playing is this. Which one's that?" He has to hold his phone up with Spotify to the microphone. This one.
No way.
I'm like, I think I remember it. No. Oh yeah, I remember it.
Brilliant. So
until I hear it, I don't remember.
Well, it's again, my favorite recording of what you did was that Cut the Cord. Cut the Cord, was it?
Hmm.
I like that one.
That's the second one, the second album we released, or
Yeah.
the first full length we released.
I like the sound on that now, and you got progressively grindier as you went on.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
what kind of grindcore bands would just be into?
Me personally, or the whole band?
Well, I suppose the band as a whole, really.
Well, obviously the big one is Napalm Death because we
Hmm.
all love Napalm Death. But then there's a couple other ones like let's see, like we all like to listen to Anal Cunt to have the laugh. Um,
Such a fun time.
yeah. Um, I can't remember any of the band names now because my brain is dead. I have a playlist of grind. I'll just open it up. I literally can't remember nouns at all. I have a terrible memory for
I
names.
should have actually ran through the switcher before we came on air and did
Yeah,
out a little script for
a
you,
list
maybe.
so that I could have just written down all the names.
Yes,
Um,
this is my favorite band.
yeah, just read it off. My name is Shannon.
No, I am not a
Uh,
robot.
I don't know. I act like it sometimes. Um, who the fuck?
Because
Uh,
I wouldn't be familiar with grindcore at all, really. So
yeah. I both am and I'm not at the same time. Um, Wormrot is one. Yep, now that I'm seeing it there. That's one that like this the album we're writing now, Jamie was like, all right, so we need two things. We need more blast beats because the last release didn't have enough. And he was like, then we need more Wormrot type melodies.
so you got them in there.
So the next one is gonna have that and then a lot of 80s kind of influence in it.
Okay.
Um, where
Did
the
Did
hell
you ever hear of a
is
band called Meat Hook Seed?
maybe? I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't think so.
that's a bit of a weird one that you should look up as well.
Hmm.
Only
How is
reason
that
I know,
spelled? The
meat as in MEATHOOK, meat hook,
yeah, yeah.
and then seed is different. It's a separate name, separate word. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seed like plant seed.
yeah.
Ah, there it is. Grand. Got
There
that.
you go. I'm giving you loads of
Brutal
stuff.
truth.
That's it. That's it. They played here not too long ago, actually, didn't they? A couple of years
I
ago,
don't
actually.
know.
Yeah, they played a couple of years ago. I didn't go. But
Yeah.
they'd be a big influence on a lot of bands. Brutal Truth,
Yeah.
them and
Yeah.
Napalm
They're
Death, of course.
they're another very prolific band.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of grindcore bands kind of piss out
Yeah.
fucking albums, don't they?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
product,
It kind of seems to be the way it goes. Yeah.
Mm. But that's there. I mean, I'm obviously more into 7-8 minute tracks, not 30-second tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Which is something that we try to bring fresh into grind is actually longer songs, trying to
yeah,
keep the energy of a 30-second song. Like
that
that's why we did the track Microbiology. I think that ended up being 6 minutes of snippets
right.
because we just want to like experiment with longer form stuff but keep the grind sound.
So is your bass sound your basic sound is going to be grindcore, and then you kind of play around that. Is that what the
Generally, yeah, grind or death grind depending on the day.
yeah? I'd say that's interesting with you in a band, actually. What are we playing today?
My problem is, yeah, that's actually a good thing about the band is because I have a problem with staying focused. I can't play the same genre for more than one day.
But that would make it
Like what I
interesting
listens
to
to
work with.
changes on seasons. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, would there always be a grindcore element of the vocals in everything you want out there?
Oh yeah, that's why Jamie's so perfect for it because his voice at least keeps the same sound and everything.
Mm, yeah, and I mean,
But it's
like
like,
the gas thing is like he probably couldn't sing what I sing, and that's not nothing against him, right? But I couldn't do it.
yeah, no,
I
he
couldn't
is
do anything like
very,
he does.
yeah, he's got his own specific. He has like two vocal styles, and he's really good at them both.
Yeah.
But like he's there, which makes it so that kind of keeps us grounded as well. So it's not actually a limitation at all. It's kind of
No.
like an anchor for the band.
course.
Because if he could do like all the stuff that I can do, then like the band would be all over the place.
You'd have 30 albums, full albums at this stage.
Yeah,
That
30 albums, and every single one of them would sound different.
would be great.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Well,
true. But
well, look, myself and yourself are after getting involved in a very cool project that everyone and people, I'm sure people on that watch this show are sick and tired of hearing about now, which is a show.
yeah,
I mean, between yourself and myself, Tony Carberry, and of course Dara, we really are the ones that kind of like Dara started it off.
oh,
And we're
Dara's like carrying the whole thing on his shoulders.
yeah. Well,
And
thankfully now,
we're sitting there kind of pulling the leads for him.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's doing such a good job with Ashori. It's unbelievable. And everyone that's doing anything is doing a great job. I mean, I don't know if you saw, I put the check in there for everyone yesterday on our little group chat. And people it's actually happening. It's getting there. It's actually.
Oh yeah, it's like it's almost there.
I mean, just out of interest, I mean, you're keeping an eye on the song submissions and that kind of stuff. How many do you think we'll actually, and as at a guess, how many do you think we'll actually get in the end? I mean, it could be anything really.
Well, it seems like most of the teams are actually submitting their stuff in decent time. Like, so plus because me and Dara have actually ended up writing one or two as well that we were just
right.
Here, I wrote this song, I don't know what to do with it. Here, we'll toss it on the album. so we keep having songs added to the list as well. So I think we may end up getting 30 plus songs.
Wow. Now I know, and of course we have plans for how we're going to distribute the thing and put it together, but that kind of stuff is staying on the wraps just for now. But
yeah. I mean, I got the email notifications about some of that stuff earlier, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I just think, excuse me. I just think the fact that we're all working as a unit under the one banner,
the whole country,
yeah. And I mean,
that's not happened before here.
No, absolutely not. And I mean, in fairness, Tony Carberry was trying with Rift City a couple of years back, but it just kind of fell by the wayside. He was trying something very similar, but no one was pushing for it. So, like I said,
this year kind of created a situation where
it was the perfect time for it.
Everybody wanted it,
and that's what I said to Dara. I said, push for it, and we'll back you. Like you and me, and we will. Like he knows who we can rely on, and I mean, I want this. I want to see this through to the very end. Obviously, for charity, of course, that's the big thing. Obviously, to get all of us and our friends back playing and working again, and for Dara, because he had the balls to take that giant step and do it. So there's so much there to do, to want to do it for,
Yeah.
How many?
And he's done all the heavy lifting and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, of course, in the next couple of weeks and or so, we'll be doing more media stuff on here and other places as well. So that's what we're not really talking too much about it really, but it's just great that we can actually tell what we can tell, really. How many tracks are you on, actually? Playing?
Myself?
Yeah, playing.
The one that myself, yourself, and a couple other people are doing. There's the one that's just me, Dara, and my brother. I am then doing mixing for a bunch of other teams.
Yeah, which is brilliant. We have a great team of producers and videographers, and which is kind of it's fantastic. Everybody given their time and their expertise is you're never going to get an opportunity like that again. So I just know
the videography team is amazing.
Yeah, Zoe Cavan is doing one from my team, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out, because I've always wanted a music video for one of my songs. I've never got one because I've either never had the money, or like
Yeah.
if if the band wanted to do a video, they'd never turn up. Or, like or
Yeah.
they wouldn't be in
It,
the
it
videos.
the, yeah, the idea always kind of falls off because nobody actually wants to do it. They want to have it, but they don't
Yeah,
want to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course I always get ideas for, like, say, animated videos or stop motion
But those
videos.
are expensive as fuck. Like,
Yeah, I have expensive tastes when it comes to my productivity. It's mad,
yeah,
but yeah.
yeah.
You
That's why
are.
I'm lucky because I do that stuff myself.
Yeah. Well, we got to work together. I'll pay you. Don't worry.
Good.
So,
I need the money.
Are you directing any videos for anyone of the projects on the Shirey this time around?
Um, I don't know. I might end up doing it in the end, depending on like how long the momentum carries out. But like over the summer, I'm gonna be employed full time. I'm gonna be absolutely wrecked this summer because I'm working for um what are they called? Chagisk, and they're like it's an hour's bus every morning, and I have to
Oh
be there
God.
early in the morning. So like, and I'm doing video for them as well and big video projects and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Well, that kind of needs
yeah
to
this
take.
summer. That's yeah. But if like in September, once the semester starts up, university semester starts up again, if the momentum's still there, I might actually pick up one of the songs and do a music video for that.
Yeah, deadly. I mean, you'd be doing enough with producing or mixing, so to say. So
Yeah,
I'm playing.
I'll be familiar with a lot of the songs anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I keep getting asked. You probably keep getting asked about it as well. About would we be able to put a gig together for this?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And
it.
Dara has talked to me about that as well, yeah.
Yeah, it would be a spectacular feat. I mean, especially
Mm.
this year, if we, because like
Yeah,
it's so hit and miss with gigs, really.
yeah.
I
Everything is so up in the air right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, we have options for stuff, but it really does depend on, as you said,
Yeah,
the momentum of things. Yeah, it really does. And
yeah, yeah.
I mean, the great thing about what I like, we would have heard a few of the tracks already, and there's so much diversity in the track listing,
Mhm.
isn't it? It's
Oh yeah, yeah,
it's unreal, like,
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to getting that out. I really am.
Mm. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to hearing the rest of the tracks even.
Yeah,
Because
that's
like I've only heard about half the ones that have been submitted so far, like.
yeah. And I'm hoping to. I think one of my ones that I'm not the team lead has gone in, and
Mm,
my one, we're just getting waiting for the drums. So
mm.
Alan from Zora, Alan Hannon is mixing that one. Remember I was saying that to you, just
Yeah,
because
yeah. He
sorry,
scooped it up before I did.
yeah, sorry, but
That's grand. He'll do a great job.
oh, he will. I worked with Alan before. He's a really good head and the shoulders,
Yeah,
But
yeah,
so let's move away from Ashori for a little bit.
grand.
Um, what have your band got any plans going forward now? Like, I mean, we seem to be coming out of lockdown eventually. Have you got any ideas? Are you back working? Are you back
Mm.
writing, or what's the story?
We were writing over the whole past year, and we actually have two full albums written, and they're just kind of basically at the mixing stage, but because I got busy, I kind of forgot those albums existed. Just the other day, Jamie was getting on to me saying, "Hey, do you have them done yet?" Because we both forgot about it because of the Ashiri thing.
Yeah.
And then it was like, "Oh yeah, we have our own band." Shit.
Well,
But
that's like me.
yeah.
I've forgotten about all my projects now because
Mm.
I'm
Yeah.
focusing on getting the Shirey done. So between this
Yeah.
podcast and the Shirey, you swear I didn't
Mm.
have a band, but I do. We've two,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you know what I love
Yeah.
about this though, Shannon? I don't know if you've got that feeling, but there seems to be people who are going to stay together as bands. New bands are at the
Mm.
forming from this. I've one already now.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
I said to you, the whole, I'm so open to working with anybody, I always was,
Mm.
but now I think it's after knocking down that wall for people, you know.
Yeah. Introducing a lot of people, like I don't like me and you probably wouldn't have met for another year or two
Yeah,
had this not happened. Like
very true. Very
at
true.
least a year or two.
Yeah, but sure. Hey, it's all good, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So tell me, what some of your favorite albums? Now they don't have to be in order, but some of your favorite albums.
Well, first of all, it's weird. It's not metal at all, but everything by The Birthday Massacre I would rate equally because
Okay.
all their albums are like flawless. So basically, just randomly pull an album out of the hat, and that'll be one of my favorites. Um, let's see. Um, Skeletal Domain by Cannibal Corpse.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I would have to say Master of Puppets because again, that was one of the first albums that I started learning songs off of for guitar.
Yeah.
Um, um, what's that Under Oath album with the oxygen mask on the cover? The woman with the oxygen mask.
I don't know. Under Oath,
Whatever that
would it?
one's called. Yeah,
So under, yeah. So
yeah,
that's there's a nice varied mix there, which
yeah,
is cool, you know. Fair play.
yeah.
So we're gonna wrap up now because I am tired
Grant.
and I'm older than you, a lot
Yeah,
older than you.
yeah. No, I've been running around at work all day, so I'm exhausted as well.
Oh, Budgems. Before we go though, before we go, what is your favorite instrument? Guitar, yeah?
I would actually say my favorite instrument is pipe organ, but I don't own a pipe organ,
And
which
I
is the
don't know,
sad
yeah,
thing.
and I don't know an awful lot of musicians that play pipe organ, so I can't do that section with you. So we'll say guitar, right?
We'll say guitar.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just throw a couple of guitars at you, and you give me one word to describe how you feel about them. Okay?
Grant.
Jimmy Page.
Um, I don't know who that is. I know the name, but I don't.
That's the guitars from Led Zeppelin.
Again, names. Oh, Led Zeppelin.
Okay, I'll do it that way then, right?
Yeah. Say, say the band, and I'll
Right.
know them. But the guitarist names, I never know guitarist names.
Led Zeppelin's guitarist.
I don't know. Like, he's good at playing, but like, since all his riffs were ripped,
Yeah,
like,
true.
not a very creative person. Like,
Okay.
he's a good, solid player. Like,
Yeah.
but
All right. Well, we'll move on to someone that doesn't rip off anyone, as far as I know.
Brand.
Slash from Guns N' Roses.
I love Slash.
Yeah, I love him. He's one of my favorite guitarists.
Oh, sorry, you said first word that pops into my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, hat.
Very good. Let me see who else. Trying to think of someone who you might like, really. James Hetfield.
Class.
Dave Mustaine.
Yeah. Not class.
And I'm gonna try this one in just to wind myself up. Kerry King. Tread carefully here.
An absolute cunt. I'm kidding. Sound man.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I won't torment him anymore. Right? Shannon, before we go, just tell everybody where we can hear Aborted Earth, please.
Literally anywhere you look, we are everywhere. We are in your bathroom, we are in your bedroom, we are in your chimney.
I like it. And like Santa Claus, you keep giving, huh?
Yeah. Whether
Excellent.
that's a good thing or a bad thing, we won't know though.
Well, the amount of outpouring you've given so far is more than anyone would ever ask for. So, I mean that in a good way, by the way.
Yeah, so, it's more than you ever want.
What we'll do is we'll play a video of one of your songs at the end, and
Grant?
We'll put links up for all your stuff as well. Okay.
Perfect.
So for now, Thank you very much for coming into KingWoes Court, and say
Thanks for
goodbye.
having me.
No problem. Say goodbye to all our fine
Bye.
viewers and listeners. Yes, and we will have
See ya.
we will have a track for everybody in the next couple of months.
Yes.
What are you doing for people?
A couple tracks, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I meant the one that me and you and a few people are working on. You know.
Okay. That one.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Right.
KingWoes Court. KingWoes Court is out of here. Adios. Hang on.
Free God, to these people just a war. Keep quiet, keep still. Many talking for me to kill. You want to fight.